Stalk the Wild Child was released in 1976. This is directed by William Hale and written by Peter Packer, and it's about a child called Cal. He's initially played by Ben Bottoms, and then he's played by Joseph Bottoms, and he was found raised by wild dogs, and he's found in the wilderness, and they take him to this university where obviously they're studying him, but also trying to help him become part of civilization because he's been raised by wild dogs. So obviously he's not ready for society yet. And it's interesting as a concept. I think it works well enough. Something I would have liked to have seen done differently is maybe spending a little bit more time with Cal when he was younger, the age he was when they found him as a boy, because I feel like that for me was the most interesting part, whereas he grew up a little too quickly for my liking, and I would have liked to have seen more of the early stages, because I think that's the fascinating part, and obviously trying to imagine what it could possibly have been like for this young boy to be out living on his own in the wilderness. And then we don't really get to see enough of that. But what we do get is still pretty good. I still did generally enjoy it. The only reason this came on my radar is because Rhea Perlman is in it. And I guess I'm glad I had a reason to watch it. I think it probably is a film that if I'd heard of it randomly, I would have watched it anyway. So it's one that I might have eventually discovered on my own, but I'm glad I had a reason to watch it now. It's an interesting concept. I think it's generally well executed. The pacing or the passage of time for me isn't perfect. It's definitely not balanced in the way that I would want it to be, but everything else works fine. The performances are great. The narrative feels realistic enough. And that's to say that I could buy into what was happening. The characters, Cal is really likeable as a character. Everybody else, absolutely fine. No problems with the performances or anything like that at all. So, not a bad film. Do I recommend it? Yeah, sure. If it sounds like something that would appeal to you, check it out. Stalk the Wild Child is an interesting concept and generally well executed.